Good morning, my gorgeous. My name is Hanna Krawczak, and today I wanted to talk about goals. We often forget that who is in charge when we set up the goals. We almost dread setting up goals. We think of this process as of something really horrible, and we are really not looking forward to that, because at the back of your mind often you have this plan to fail it. You already plan how you're going to fail it. You already try to find explanations why you failed it, even though you did not set it up yet. And then you sit down, take a piece of paper, take a pen, and start writing your first goal. You should be excited, but instead, in your head, you have 1,000 excuses of why it's not achievable. Or if it is achievable, it's not going to be achieved by you. It's too difficult for you. Or you have those personality traits or parts of your character which is going to stop you. And that is the wrong way to approach setting up goals. You need to remember that you are the master. Not the goal is master of your life. You are the master of your life. You are the master of the goal. You set that up. No one else is doing it for you. You are doing it. You're choosing the goal. You're choosing when you're going to accomplish it. And you're going to choose how you're going to achieve it. So you are in charge. You may be sometimes too hard on yourself, and you may give yourself too short deadline to achieve it. You think that if you push yourself with that short, tight deadline, then maybe you will be more likely to achieve it. Or sometimes you're feeling like a total failure and you give yourself a lot of time to achieve it, too much. So in that case, you are not the master. You are not in control. The goal is controlling you. So you already feel stressed about it. You already feel that the goal is criticizing you. So when you set it up, you already feel like a failure. And if that's the case, then you won't achieve it. You won't complete it. It will be frustrated. And you may not even start. You will write them down, and that will be it. Or you will try for 1 or 2 days, sometimes for 10 days, and then you will just give up working on accomplishing those goals. Goals should be steps. Those steps cannot be too small or too big. They need to be accurate for you, for your abilities, for your current abilities. Not for your abilities that you may achieve in the future. For this particular moment, what can you do, what you are able to do to achieve your goal? When you create those tiny steps that are good for you for this particular minute, you will feel comfortable. If you try to plan for the future, for your abilities that you're going to have in the future, then you will feel that you already failed because you don't have it. And that's why it's so important to monitor your goals on daily basis or on weekly basis, definitely on regular basis. Because if you check up on them and if you revise your abilities, if you revise your tools that you have, your skills, your schedule, your current position in life, your current situation in life, then those goals needs to be changed. And when you change them, you adapt them to the current situation. And I think that should help you to not only stick to your goals, but feel a bit more joyful and happy about accomplishing them. First of all, you understand from the beginning, setting up goals is a process. You don't do it just one day in January for the whole year. You revise it. It's a process. You revise it, you check if they are still valid, if they are still good for you, and you also check the process that you put in place to achieve them. You check of what you have achieved so far, and you check what you set up for the future. You check if it's still realistic. Your situation changes, your abilities change, and that needs to be reflected in your plan. When you are a project manager, that plan often changes that you set up at the beginning of your journey with your project. You have to be flexible, you have to adapt. There are certain things that shouldn't change, but sometimes they also have to change. So if your goal is not good enough for you anymore, or is not good at all for anybody, then you set up a new one, or you adapt it so it's better for this particular situation. But you always need to remember, you are in control of your goal. You are in control of your life, not the other way around. And that should help you a lot to stick with your goals and be happy about achieving them, processing them, about the journey to get to where you need to go. Goals are also important in helping you to focus in your life, to prioritize, because they direct your attention to what is important. They help you to avoid or stop procrastination. So when you have to make decisions, and you have to make decisions every day, every minute, every hour, you have your goals in your mind or someone written down, and you know what is important, and it's easier for you to make the correct decision. If you feel like postponing or delaying, but you don't have a valid reason to do it, and it's just the only reason that you don't want to stick to your plan is because you feel a bit lazy, a bit tired, because you don't feel like doing it, because of some kind of emotions that you are dealing with that stops you or delay you, then you need to take into account those emotions and decide what is more important, to allow those emotions and feel those emotions and stop the process for a minute to just process the emotions, or to just take a step back, reflect on them, decide that they are not valid reason to stop working on your goals, and focus on the goals. So as you can see, those goals, they can help you with your mental health if you approach it in a correct manner. If you approach it that the goal is the ruler of your life, then you will feel stressed, depressed, frustrated, negative, sad, disappointed. But if you are in charge of the goal, then you won't have those feelings, because you will put an action, something in place that will help you to get where you need to get. And instead of focusing on your procrastinating emotions, you're going to focus on action that you have to take at this particular minute. If you like this video, I'm looking forward to meet you during the next part, the second part, which I will post the next day. Take care. Bye bye.